Alrighty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to some more Factorio Space Age. And to be honest, I haven't done much on Fulgora, but on the other hand, I've done a lot. So I've only created one station, but it is the station that will define all other stations. It is the method of the rail network, which will define all other, well, just this rail network, because it'll just be one rail network. But yeah, we built the last station first. So this is the station that will do the actual science. And if you hear that electrical noise, it's because we're on Fulgora. So basically, you need a total of 48 machines to make the science. So I've got 4 rows of 12, squeezing in some inserters in between the pipes that dump off the resources. And this is pretty stock standard. We got legendary prod modules. Obviously, we need 240 of them here. That's going to take a while, but we haven't done the rest of the base, so it's okay for us to wait quite a while to get those prod modules in there. So that's not the interesting bit. That's kind of just standard. This is the interesting bit. So basically, we've got 6 stations here. And the very important part about this that you may notice is that each station is a single belt of throughput. So yeah, if you need 2 belts of throughput, you have to have multiple stations. Now, we've got the science is 83.4 per second, which is obviously more than 60. So, actually, I should probably balance those there. So we are taking both of the belts of science, and we're sending them off to 2 separate trains. So these stations are going to be exactly the same. They're going to be load. They're going to be load. Whether or not we're going to put some logic in there to make the station only activate if it's got enough science, I don't know, to be honest. We're going to have to see. Here's the thing though, if the throughput is only 1 belt, then what we could do is we could just say 1 train per output station. That's the very simplest way of doing it. 1 train per output station. And then, yeah. Because as long as the train can go away, pick up its load, and get back before this one runs out, then you're okay. And for the vast majority of things that we're going to be doing, that should hopefully be enough. And if something like green circuits is 60 per second, that's okay, because we could have 2 stations coming in and 2 trains, and each one is only responsible for 30 per second, and it should be able to handle that. So yeah, things like batteries are going to be a little bit interesting. Things like batteries, we might actually do something interesting. Yeah. There may be some cases where we do bigger stations. Like, for most of the things that come off recycling, it'll be like this. But for example, for this one, you know what? Maybe we'll just do this. We'll just get rid of this one. And then we'll Control X this and flip it. Yeah. That's kind of simpler. That's kind of just simpler and easier. I mean, where we've got the space, we'll just do that. And then we've got to very carefully remove the bits that we don't need. You can go all the way back there now. And you don't need to exist. Okay. So yeah, it is a left-hand drive, so they go out this way and they come in this way. And I did have it multi-directional before, but I changed my mind because that was a bit dumb, but yeah. Now the downside to doing this is that suddenly we have to have 1 train keeping up with 60, which we can do. I mean, let's face it, we've done it, we've done it on now V's for a while. Having said that, there's enough room for a thing here. There's enough room for a thing here. And we could do a thing here, although that's not big enough. You know what? Maybe we should have 2 trains. We should have 2 trains, and therefore we make a rule that every train is responsible for 30. 30 items per second. And then that means we have 2, if there's more than 30, we have 2 trains. Now, having said that, we are going to get into some interesting behavior, like batteries. We have batteries require 166 per second, probably to make all the accumulators, because we do need 30 accumulators per second, and the accumulators take a lot of batteries. So that's okay, though. I mean, if we have a look down our list of resources, we need 27 holmium per second. So already that's fine. So already 30 per second is fine. But yeah, that means we're going to need a ton of... We're going to have to think of something. Maybe we should just do double up trains, because we're going to have to... Here, I think it's okay, because we're always going to have 2 trains for the science, I think. So we might as well have 2 stations. That one's fine. And then because there's 2 stations, oh, you know what? I'm thinking of going back to 1 station again. I think, you know what? I think I do want to have 1 station, and we're just going to have to we're going to have to figure out a way to do the stations so that they can do the throughput that they need. Yeah. Which is fine for this one. So this is 2 belts. Having said that, when it comes to batteries, batteries we need 160 per second. 166 per second. 166 per second, which is more than 2 green belts. So we're going to have to get rid of these things in the middle and put 6 chests, which I might want to do here anyway, because we can just put them up there instead. That's not a big deal. And then we really crank up the amount of chests that we put here. The other ones we don't need, like, this is 30 per second, this is 30 per second, so, if we remember correctly, 1 inserter does about 15 per second. Okay, so 4 of them is going to be fine. And in fact, if one does 15, then we need 4 to do 60. So 6 is probably more than enough, but then we get extra storage room in here, which is fine. Having said that, to do batteries, so this can do, so one of these little stations can do 60. The inserters are like right on the edge of their limit, but they can do 60. If worse comes to worse, legendary inserters, that's fine. And then this big one can easily handle 120. For the batteries, we have 2 stations. We have 2 of the big ones. Yeah. And we can basically just stretch it out like this. So this is a small one. This is a big one. For the fluid, it is what it is. 1200, 2400. We need 1800 of the holmium solution, but we only need 750 of it for the final science. So this is more than enough. I doubt we're ever going to get to the point where we need more than 2400 fluid at any point. I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. So these fluid stations will be fine for the entire base, these little skinny ones. Because yeah, it's just 1200 plus 2400, that's more than enough. Yeah. That's kind of it. I just wanted to show off this station. Show off this little turny thing, and then once we're in the air, we're going to do pretty much the same thing that we did in Volcanus, Except the difference here is I'm actually going to build proper blueprints of these rails, not just the janky ones where I had to go back and fill in the rail supports every 5 seconds. Maybe that's what we could do for the rest of the episode. Because that would be good. It's good to see that it just pastes down like this. How many of these supports... Oh, we can't get rid of that one. Okay, we definitely can't get rid of that one. We can't get rid of that one. If we put a support over there... Oh, we still can't get rid of that one. I don't mind too much if they're in the middle. Okay, there's a flashing thing under there, but I think it's me. What I really want is I want this. I want perfect, perfect things at the edges so that they line up. So you go over there, you go over there, and that's right at the edge. Okay. Oh, crap. I got struck by lightning like 3 times in a row. That's probably not good. Okay. Yes. My character's heart started to pound, and so did mine. So what we need is that. Bloody lightning storms. Oh, we'll go out there with half health, and we'll see how we go. What is that? That was a signal that got thrown away. Okay. Well, that's not right. Okay, are you over, lightning? Are you done? Send these out a little bit further. And these ones out a little bit further. Okay. And then we'll put a thing over there. Can't get rid of that, can't get rid of that. I could, if I really wanted to optimize, to use as little supports as possible, I would probably redo a lot of this. Like, oh, that one's not actually needed. Oh, sweet, we got rid of that one. But the main thing I want is tileability. So we copy that. That's fairly tileable. It's very hard to tell because it's up in the air. Okay, so that one needs to be down. And that one needs to be down. I feel like there should be another rail here. Okay. So now if we do this, matches up perfectly. If we do this, doesn't quite match up perfectly. Because of the way it works, you can't always get it to match up perfectly. We do it like this, doesn't match up perfectly. We do it like this, matches up perfectly. It's very hard to get it to perfectly match up in all cases. Looks like it's just this side, which is honestly having the problem, having the issue. So if we move it down by 1, I wonder if that solves the problem. Okay, you're still good. You're still bad. You're still... Oh no, I think we've made it worse. There's no perfect... Because we kind of want it perfectly over the thing but there's no perfect middle. So you put it as close to the middle as possible. And then you just sort of deal with it, I guess. Yeah, that's in the middle. If you put it in the middle, then it'll line up for some configurations, but not line up for others. But the main thing is, if you just shift click and there's only one rail signal there. That's the important thing. That is the important thing. Okay. Come on, health. These bloody lightning storms are really annoying me. Okay. So now, remember we're doing two different rail networks. And we need this one to be for a 111 train. So we have a look. So it's a little bit too long to fit on a single thing. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make the blocks like this. Blocks this big. Now it's a block that's much bigger than it needs to be. But it is what it is. Now the important thing is that you align it pretty much the same on both sides. Now if you rotate it, suddenly it looks a bit weird, but if you keep it around the same side, then they match up. What we could do, I wonder if what happens if I do that. And then I copy. So you're still good. And you're okay, that's good. I like that. Let's try that on this guy as well. So you're good. You're good. Okay, I think we have a winner here. That just works perfectly in all cases. Okay. So now we precisely copy this, send it over there. And the good thing is we don't need to use foundation for the train platforms on this guy. They just work perfectly. Having said that, we still do want to do this. You're a little bit too far. That's annoying. I would love to have the power poles. We could just do this. That's an inefficient use. Oh, that's not great. We're gonna have to deal with power. Okay. So if I paste this here. Okay. That's fine. I'm happy with that. So, let us make this one our very first blueprint. This is going to be S for super. And let's get rid of this. Oh, that got rid of a bit too much. Okay, so if we get rid of this and we say boom, boom, boom. Okay. So let's put it there. And let's put it there. And we also need to put it down the bottom as well. So you go over there. And look at all these little foundations that get left behind. That's a little bit weird. That's going to be hopefully not too annoying. Okay, give me the straight. Beautifully lined up. That is brilliant, actually. That is brilliant. The power poles are just in range enough to be able to all meet each other. And if we have a look at the lightning collectors, that's almost like Mickey Mouse. We do it up here, it's kind of like Mickey Mouse. But they actually all meet each other. That's awesome. I was thinking about putting a lightning collector in the middle of that T intersection, but I don't think we need to anymore. Okay, so what we do here, and we don't do that, We chop that off very precisely. And we chop that off very precisely. And we chop this off very precisely. And I think we have to chop a little bit more off. Now, the downside of this is for this T intersection to survive, it has to have basically it has to have all 3 T's hooked up, which is not good, which we don't want. So we're going to have to still put a lightning tower on here so it's protected by itself. That way, if we only join up one edge, then it's still good. Okay? So, copy this, and I'm going to make this a T. So this is a properly, we're actually doing a properly designed T. T and S. Before, it was just garbage. Now it is proper. What is running out of ammo? Oh, this. Yeah. I actually need to go and fix this. That's why I sent the Spidertrons over there. Need to move you back. Let's try moving you back over here. Why are you not building? Do not trash unrequested. How do I get that back into their inventory? Okay, that kind of worked. Do not... I know I want you to trash unrequested, but not at the moment. Oh, this bloody thing has put capture bot rockets in its actual inventory. Alright. What is your range? Okay. So need to move it down about 3 and across 2. Let's try that. Okay. Need to move it down another 2. Okay. I think that's brilliant. So it's only going to hit these 4. It's not going to hit the rest of them. I need to hook up these guys again. And we need to put some sort of power down here. Beautiful. Alright. Job done. Good job, Spiderbots. Well, I say good job. 2 of them are here doing a good job. The other 2, I suspect, are stuck behind a lake. Yes. Oh, by the way, I've been doing this a lot of the time. Oh, that's... Okay, that's crazy. I did not change my remote at all. But here's the thing. If I go on here and I select this, it doesn't work. But if I go to Now V's and I select the Fulgora remote, it doesn't work. But if I go to Fulgora and I select this remote and I move them over here and then I go to Now V's and I move them over here. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. But now this one does. So this one works, but only sometimes. It's very weird. Okay, it's extremely weird. All right, whatever. We got our T intersection. I could snap. No, snap to grid doesn't do what I want. I was hoping to like snap it to like the. Anyway, let's have a look. See here. So we're gonna build this. Unfortunately, destroying it does not destroy the foundations, and those foundations are very, very expensive. I do not want to leave a bunch of them just lying around. Did I see some more down here? Yes, I did. And some more over there as well. Maybe I need a special deconstruction planner just for foundations. Tiles? There we go. Okay, looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. So then, where are we at the moment? So I guess we want to go up and across. So we do this. And then we continue on. So we've got our building blocks. Now we can go wherever we want. And I'm just going to build backwards. So we're going to start off by probably building a supercapacitor facility, which is going to what do supercapacitors take? They take a whole bunch of different stuff, don't they? So that'll take 5 inputs and 1 output, because we only need 30 per second. Electronic circuits, what are they used for? 60 per 7, 60.7. Yeah, but what are they used for? Oh, they're only used for the supercapacitors. Okay, so, as we said, 5 stations, 6 technically. 1 for outputting the supercapacitors, 5 for taking the inputs. The electronic circuits will be a bigger station, like this. We could actually move this over a little bit. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. I mean, we could, so maybe we should. We're gonna do that a little bit. Can't put that any closer? Guess not. Okay. So yeah, this is a little bit optimized, but it's still pretty much the case of if you're trying... Here's the thing, right? If you're trying to leave, and there's another train coming down here, and the train's trying to go down there and you're trying to leave, you can actually leave, and this train will sit at this point and wait, and then it'll go down. And that's about as good as you're going to get for this network. I mean, we could also put a thing here, but only for this outer line. We couldn't really put it for any other line because it's going to mess up by crossing this line. So I might do that. I'm not really fussed, to be honest. I mean, I don't think we're going to have a massive amount of trains coming in here. I mean, hopefully not. At other stations, there'll be a lot more, but at this one, not a problem. So there we go. That is pretty much it. Let's talk about some other stuff here, because it's only been half an hour. So, my legendary mech armor. Is that what it's called? Legendary mech... Yeah, legendary mech armor. I have filled it out. I got a whole bunch of legs. You may have noticed I am moving extremely fast right now. That is... I am going so fast, it's not even funny. This is awesome. I actually had more legs in here, and last I was starting to affect my UPS when I was jumping over certain buildings. Yeah, it actually started to affect my UPS, so I cut it down a little bit. I got 4 fusion reactors. None of them are legendary. Don't even ask. I know somebody mentioned it would be a little bit easier than I said. Yeah, I mean, it could be doable. Here's the thing. I didn't want to do green belts. And somebody said, somebody kept saying, why aren't you doing green belts? And finally I did green belts. And then somebody said, when are you doing the mech armor, legendary mech armor? I'm like, yeah, I'm not really sure about it. And then I ended up doing it anyway. Okay, but I'm putting my foot down on these portable fusion reactors. I don't care how easy they are. Okay, well, they're not easy, but I'm not doing them. Okay, these are nightmare fuel to make. Okay, legendary quantum processors, legendary carbon fibers, legendary tungsten carbide. Actually, all of that is probably not that hard, but the carbon fiber is painful. Okay, it's so painful. And the tool belt equipment takes carbon fiber as well. Let me show you what happened over on Gleba when I tried to make legendary carbon fiber. Okay, I started sending all this down and cycling the fruit, trying to get some legendary out. Over a course of a few hours real time, I got exactly 40. Exactly 40, right? And this seed belt, which was backed up all the way over to here and sending tons of extra over to my very important overgrowth facility, which I'm relying on when I get over to Gleba to have tons of overgrowth so I can build big forests. Well, the seeds have gone all the way down here. Guess what? This huge line of seeds which was backed up, it ain't backed up anymore. It's being used up like crazy because I used up so much fruit trying to chase that legendary carbon fiber. And I basically destroyed God knows how many thousands of seeds, just threw them away, and I got 40 legendary carbon fiber, which is enough to make 4 of these. All right, 4 of these. So an extra few inventory slots. I mean, that's an extra 60 inventory slots. Whoop-de-friggin' do. Look how many I've got at the moment. All right, I'm never going to fill up this inventory. So, yeah, there's no point. And legendary carbon fiber is, of course, needed for the fusion reactors. So, yeah. I've probably permanently crippled my ability to build that overgrowth stuff on Gleba, because I went for those stupid legendary... I'm not blaming you guys. I'm not blaming you guys. That was my decision. But I just want to really explain it. Whenever somebody says, go for the legendary fusion reactors, that is why. Because right now, going for the carbon fiber of any amount of quality is going to screw over my seed production, which is going to screw over my overgrowth, which is really going to hit me where it hurts when it comes to making a Megabase on Gleba. Now, of course, I could just... But here's the thing. You can only build on this little section, right? And I'm not sure, like... I'm not sure exactly which areas you can actually build it on. Like, can you... I think this is the swamp. So this light purple, I think you have to build using the normal soil. And then this becomes... So this darker purple, you could turn into the lighter purple. But, yeah. If you put the overgrowth, you can turn pretty much this whole area into the lighter purple. And then you're sweet. Now, do we need that? It's going to make it a lot easier. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. We're going to be training all the fruit all over the place. And the length of the train impacts the length at which they start to spoil. And yeah, when they spoil, they return less. Okay? They produce less science. So it's a very interesting question. When we say 5k SPM, what exactly do we mean by 5k SPM? Do we mean science packs per minute? Or do we mean 5,000 full science packs per minute? Now, it's basically impossible to get 5,000 full science packs per minute. Do we then produce 8,000 science packs per minute? 10,000 science packs per minute? What do we do here? I do not know. I'm thinking we probably just build 5,000 science packs per minute, but there's a part of me that actually wants to go and just really go over the top on Gleba and sort of balance it out. Because if you think about it, with full legendary modules here, we could do 50,000. I kind of still want to do 50,000, which means that Gleba is going to put a hole in that. So we may have to say, okay, we need 10,000 science packs per minute. But yeah, who knows? Who knows exactly what we're going to do? You need to move back a bit. You need to go up. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot to hook these up, didn't I? Alright. This one goes up like that. Yeah. But that's the one thing that I'm still a little bit unsure about, how I want to do that. I mean, ultimately, I don't think... Technically, what we need to do is we need to go to here and we need to look at the consumption of science. And we need to say, okay, is this at 5k? Yes or no? That's pretty much it. What is going on here? Why are you only being consumed at 4.7k? Why are these different? Oh, that's over 10 minutes. Okay, we're having some problems here. Something has gone terribly wrong. I'm not sure who's to blame, but it's definitely somebody in my chat. Somebody in my chat caused this. Why are we consuming less red science than the rest of them? What? It does seem like it. It's going up to 5k. It's going up to 4.7 or something like that. Okay, let's go over to Nowvis. Let's have a look. Okay, is it a production issue? I don't think it's a production issue. None of these are running out. Look at this. The train will come in just... There we go. So it's not a... I don't think it's a belt issue. So let's have a look at the production of science. Okay, that's not good. 4.5k. If you look at the 10 minute. The 10 minute it's a 5k. Right now it's at 4.5. Did that literally just start falling over? It's peaking down to about 45 and then it goes up to 50. That's not good. If it was cycling between 45 and 55, I'd say, okay, fair enough. I can deal with that. Okay, that's not great. These machines are very precisely calibrated. If some of them are not running, that's definitely not great. What's going on over here? You should be... Okay, so another one of these silly issues. Or is it a silly issue? No, the grenades are backed up. It's not the grenades that are the problem, it's the walls. It's not the walls that are the problem, it's... What is it? All of these belts are backed up. All of them. It's got to be slowing down because there's not enough demand. I don't know about that. Power? No, it's not power. It's definitely not power. I don't think it's backing up. I really don't. I don't think it's backing up. That would explain the graph, though, if it was backing up, because... It might be backing up slightly because some of these chests are more full than others. And so at the end it only starts using 2 inserters or 3 inserters. And as you can see, this might be backing up the belt slightly. Doesn't seem to be really hitting it that much. Okay, this one's... Alright. That's probably going to start hitting it. Yeah, okay, we're probably going to go down, start going downhill now. Maybe not. Yeah, what was this trough of 4.5, 4.6k? What caused that? This is a weird issue because it's not a consistent issue. It's just a off you get kind of random issue. It could have been the belts backing up. It really could have been. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Actually, I want to go over to here real quick. Look at this science. Okay, so this science is at 75% by the time it gets here. That's not too bad. Okay, what's going on here? You're definitely not running out of resources. The walls are looking a little bit... No, the walls are fine. The walls are absolutely fine. Did I mess up my calculation of how many things I needed? Military science. Labs. 70 labs. We got 72. Okay. All of them have 4 prod modules. All of them have 4 beacons. Yeah, no, we've definitely got the right amount of buildings, and the belts are all backed up, which is a little bit disconcerting, to be honest, but yeah. There's got to be some weird thing where it's actually backing up on the train, but I don't see it. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. There's got to be some point, but the only reason it should be backing up on this belt is if some other science is falling over and we're not actually consuming the right amount of science. So if we have a look, 10 minutes. So it's jumping down for all of them. Oh, what fell over? Looks like the military, okay, so it looks like, oh, it's gone down. It's going down at the moment. Why is it going down at the moment? Why is it going down at the moment? We got full throughput of science. Why is that? Why did that just take a dip? 44k. Why? Why did that just take a dip? Did we fail to consume some science? I wish we could save this filter. That dip was obviously because of some... That's a hell of a dip. Alright. Over the last 10 minutes. All I can see in production is this dip in military science packs. Went down to 4k. But we got more than enough trains coming over. And we got more than enough science. So even a dip like that shouldn't have caused... You know what? I think we need a third train. I think I'm being a little bit paranoid here, but I think we need a third train. I think we just need to get... Can I build a new train remotely? I think I probably can. Because, yeah, I'm a little bit worried that it might... Because that loading station was getting very, very close to being full. Too close to being full. And military science is one of the ones that's furthest away, so... Let's just get a third train. And yeah, because a problem that happens like that happens very infrequently. And these chests are so damn full. Just so damn full. But the thing is, if the chests are really, really full, and you're getting a lot of productivity, and you're getting a loss of consumption, then it's getting a loss of productivity because the belts are backing up, and you're getting a loss of consumption because there's not enough getting transferred over to the other side because you don't have enough trains. That's it. So basically this all the way down to there. That's a pretty long distance. Purple is a considerable distance as well. Purple can cut through here. So it can cut through up there and then go through there. So that's a little bit easier. Although, how many purple trains do I have? Groups. Purple sign's only 2. Purple has probably been on the edge, but then again, we don't use... Or we do use purple a fair bit. I've never seen it fall over, though. I feel like I should get a third purple train as well, just to be on the safe side. Because that one is very, very far away as well. Yellow is fine, and the other 3 are very close. But yeah, purple. Purple, you get a third train. I don't know if you've ever been a problem, but you're going to get a third train anyway. And then, yeah. Yellow is so close. No, it actually has to go over there, but that's very close. Blue is very close. These 2 are pretty close. Yeah, military is just way out in the boondocks. And purple is... I'm surprised that purple has been surviving this long. Maybe I've just never noticed when it goes over the edge. But we are down to only 718 more legendary prod modules. So we're definitely getting there. If we have a look at prod, global statistics, legendary. We're up to 0.3 per minute, so 1 every 3 minutes. Over the last hour, yeah, 0.4 per minute. Over the last 10 hours, 0.6. So it's actually been slowing down a bit. I wonder if something's gone wrong over there. Because, yeah, what are you slow on? You're slow on these. You're doing okay. You're both doing okay. Maybe I need another one of these machines. I do feel like blue circuits are falling over a little bit. Epic blue circuits. Epic green circuits. I did create 2 more of these. They're falling over for epic iron plates. Okay, that's... Yeah, epic iron plates have always been a bit of a pain in the ass because we use too many of the rares. And because we use so many of the rares for random things, the epics never really back up at the station. And you can see we've got legendaries coming out of our butts because we never use them, so... Yes. We definitely need more epics, but the blues are just not backing up. We're using too many of the blues for... Because we got all those other weird iron builds like the gun turrets and the rocket turrets and... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you see, there's all these random things I'm building with legendary modules. They all affect each other. How are my legendary turrets doing? 12. When we get to 14, we can chuck them in the front of the DSM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need 14 for the front of the DSM. And how's our legendary railguns going? Nope. We still haven't even got a 4th epic. I really want a 4th epic, because then I can swap those 4 rares I've got at the front of the ship. Not that it really matters, because we're going to, at the end game, we're going to have like 5 or 6 of these DSMs all running at the same time. So upgrading them to, like maybe rocket turrets, we can get them all to legendary, but probably not, because as I mentioned, the carbon fiber is not easy to get. It's really not. Okay. I feel like we're done here. I feel like we've done some good work this episode. These train blueprints are absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's just like Lego bricks. You just push them down. You can rotate them and they still work. You can do whatever you want. This tip, you put the signals on the opposite sides, and then when you flip them and you rotate them, it just works perfectly. It just works absolutely perfectly. We could probably do them in the opposite order and they would still work perfectly. So, yeah. That is fantastic. I wonder if trains... Okay, hear me out here. Let's put a rail over here. Now, I know that rails by themselves don't have any problems with lightning. They don't get struck by lightning. Okay, it doesn't look like trains get struck by lightning either. What if I put some fuel in you? Do I have any fuel on me? Do you take green belts as fuel? I know that half my chat takes green belts as fuel, but I'm guessing the train doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to have to go and get some actual fuel. Turn off trash unrequested, because I know what happens if I don't. Okay. Let's add some rocket fuel. Okay. So that's interesting. Yeah. So a belt. Alright, hear me out here. Hear me out. So we put a belt out in the middle of nowhere, and it's in serious danger of getting struck by lightning. But a train filled with rocket fuel has nothing to worry about. It can just zoom around all day, never get struck by lightning. A train filled with rocket fuel is apparently immune to lightning, but a little belt isn't. Here, oh, alright, here we got an even better one. Oh, that's a steel chest. Can I get a wood? I could build a wooden chest and it would get struck by lightning, but a train filled with rocket fuel? Perfectly safe. Perfectly safe. Actually, what happens if I get inside a train filled with rocket fuel? Then I'm safe. there you go. If you're ever in a lightning storm and you're worried about getting struck by lightning, get inside a train. Preferably one that's filled with rocket fuel, and you'll be perfectly safe. Okay, I think we're done for now. I'm just going to keep building this base out. I am going to hook the power at some point over to here. So it's hooked up to our beautiful 6 gigawatt fusion reactor setup, which is fully backed up on fuel now, by the way. That is very awesome. That is we got so much fuel, it's not even funny. So, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later.